So today we're going to attempt to light the BioLite here using some Blackbeard kindling. This is supposed to be really good. They even say it can light while wet, but we won't be trying that out today, but we'll just be seeing if we can get this BioLite lit. Now, BioLite is a TIG, which is a thermoelectric generator, meaning that this will generate electricity from heat. And you can read all about thermoelectric generators. So with that, let's get started. So I collected some stuff from around the property here, some hay and some twigs, and then some bigger material. And hopefully if we get this started, we can keep getting it bigger and bigger until we get enough to generate some electricity and possibly cook something over it. So first things first, we're going to need to cut a little bit of the material here. And it is a little bit on the tough side, not too bad. Not too bad at all. So once we get our material pulled apart here, they say that we need to fluff it up. So that's what we will be doing. But in this particular experiment, now I've never used this before, I think what I would like to do is go ahead and pack some twigs in here like this and kind of make a little shelf for it to sit on, because that's down in there deep, and if I was out in the woods, I don't know if I'd want to light it directly onto the ground, as we could start a fire. So let's do that. Let's build a little shelf for it here and see with a couple more twigs here if we can kind of make us a little platform, something about like that. So if I go back to fluffing this up, getting it nice and fluffed, maybe I'll put a leaf in here too. Maybe it can burn through that little leaf and then get down in there, because we're going to be using a rod and a striker. So this would be simulating, you know, not having a cigarette lighter with you, because all of this stuff can get wet. You know, if you had a lighter or something and it got wet, it may not work out properly. So now that we got this on top, you want to hold your rod down, get a couple good scrapes on it, and that's what I was afraid of. Let's get a couple good scrapes on it. And it looks like we got something going here. And it looks like this is going to work out pretty nice. Now, if I was striking this on the ground, I would have a little better strikeage to it, but I think that's going to work for us. To build up in here, this will start making its own electricity, and it will turn on this fan blower, of which will blow. There, it just came on. As you can see, our fire is getting bigger now that the fan is on. The trick with this is getting you, because it does burn extremely hot and really fast with that flame going. So you really want to make sure you feed it plenty of fuel, but not too much fuel, to where it will go out. Now that I got the power kicked up here, I'm going to be able to get a little charge off of my phone here. So what you're seeing, the little metal rod that's inside there, that's from the TIG, which is the thermoelectric generator. As you can see, the fan has picked up some, and I should be able to plug my phone in, Picture of me and my puppy. And now we are charging. As you can see, this is going pretty good now. I'm going to put another chunk in here so we can stoke it real nice. This little metal piece here, that's where the thermoelectric generator, or TIG as they call it, that's what's running. So now we are going to boil some water. So we're charging the phone and boiling water. So one thing we are able to do is place this lid on top like this, and so that'll help hold the heat in and make this boil a little faster. I'm going to go ahead and kick the fan all the way up to high because we really want to start getting this water boiling. As you can see, we're humming right along, and so tonight's dinner will be lasagna with meat sauce, with a cheesy Italian style tomato sauce and beef, freeze-dried, 2 servings, no artificial preservatives, flavors, or colors. Ready in about 10 minutes. Now that ready in 10 minutes means after you add the oil. There's quite a bit of protein in it. So both servings together give you 440 calories out there on the trail. And as you can see, this is good. I don't know if you can see that date or not, but it is good till November 2050. Hopefully you all can see some of the steam starting to come out. A little bit of steam coming out tells us that it's nice and hot. We could probably go ahead and pour it into our bag, but we'll give it another minute or so. Make sure that it is piping hot. As you can see, we're at full flame. So I'm going to open up this bag here, but you want to be extremely careful, because you can get burnt. And it will not feel good, I guarantee you that. So we have a package here that says do not eat. This is what this looks like before we put our water in. So we will put this down like so, and we will gently pour our water into this. And we will seal it back up. And you can see it is very, very, very hot. You don't want to fill this up all the way. You just want to fill it up to where you can still want to be able to close it. And I may have gotten this one just a little bit too full, but that's okay. That's okay, we'll make do. So we'll kind of seal this around for the time being, like that. And we will come back in 10 minutes and we will have our food. Very hot. You have to remember we poured hot liquid into here. Hoping everybody can see this. And I did put a little bit too much water in it. That's okay. If I let it set, it would congeal some more. But all in all, pretty cool. Tastes good. So I would say the coolness of this is pretty neat. Really cool. So we're able to charge our cell phone. We're able to cook a meal, heat water. I got an attachment for it too that makes a grill out of it, which is really neat. Excuse me while I eat this. And is it hard? No, I don't think it's hard. There is a skill involved. Remember, we didn't use any lighter fluid or any matches or anything. I mean, just that flint and a little bit of Blackbeard is the name of it, which is like a rope. Use that for kindling, but we could have used hay or leaves or whichever. So with that, I hope everybody enjoys, and just know that you can do certain things using just the power of nature and flame.